Hello there. Welcome to another episode of The Pause. I'm your host, Laia Bove. This is an accessible and inclusive space created to invite you to take a moment and to learn to connect to your authentic and creative truth through practices like yoga, breath work, and meditation. Before we get started, I invite you to take a moment to center. Find a comfortable seat, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders, and perhaps soften your gaze down or close your eyes. Take a deep inhalation through your nose, expanding front to back, side to side, and top to bottom. Open your mouth and let it go. Welcome to The Pause. The power of self-kindness. How yoga helped me learn to love myself. Being gentle and finding resilience, plus a 30-minute yoga practice and a journaling prompt. I never saw myself as resilient. I spent the first few weeks of my life on my own as the irritable mestizo baby in crib 2. I'm not kidding, it's in the file. At the hospital in Barcelona where my teenage mom gave me up for adoption. No big deal. This may be why I've struggled to regulate my nervous system my entire childhood and well into adulthood. No one provided me with tools or insights into the trauma this all caused. Instead, I now complain a lot, especially if I'm cold or slightly hungry, and have a shorter window of tolerance than most. Journey towards self-kindness. In my mid-20s, as I got off tour and shifted away from a high-paced life on the road, I also began to develop the unmistakable symptoms of Crohn's disease. I went from feeling healthy and fit, an elite athlete traveling the world doing the art that I loved, to being in pain all day and barely being able to get out of bed. I felt like utter shit, both physically and mentally, which made it very hard to love myself. Pain was a great tool to help increase my window of tolerance, that's for damn sure, but I don't recommend it. It was at that time that I also found meditation, breathwork, and accessible yoga, which turned out to be much more effective techniques in helping me become more resilient, but more importantly, more compassionate toward myself. Embracing tolerance through yoga. When I started to get on my mat regularly and saw the immense benefits for my mind, body, and energy, I realized I wanted to commit to practicing yoga daily. One of the first lessons I learned when developing a daily yoga habit is that there is much more to yoga than postures and breath. There's a moral code. One of the main philosophical principles of the practice is ahimsa, non-harm, kindness. The idea that I must be gentle and kind to myself and others no matter what was wild to me. It was okay to feel my emotions, acknowledge my struggles, and accept myself as I am, for maybe the first time. Yoga teaches me again and again that kindness and resilience are deeply interconnected. Isn't it resilience to speak to myself with loving words when I feel like shit instead of engaging in self-defeating inner dialogue? Isn't it tolerance and strength to not always have an opinion about myself and others and the world around me and learn to observe and listen instead? Isn't it kindness to let myself take a break during my yoga practice or not beat myself up if I skip a day? 30-minute yoga flow for tolerance, resilience, and kindness. With these reflections in mind, I'd like to share a 30-minute yoga practice with you designed to cultivate tolerance, resilience, and self-love. This vinyasa flow, which I taught live on Insight Timer last week, will help you move, breathe, and meditate your way to a kinder and stronger self. I will leave the link on the show notes. Come as you are. After your practice, or as you finish reading or listening to this piece, take a moment for self-reflection with this journaling prompt. In what ways can I be kinder to myself today, and how can this kindness help me build resilience in my life? As always, I hope this pause has provided you with insights and perhaps the spark of inspiration you need right now. Until we meet again, pause often, breathe deeply, and be kind, especially to yourself. Much love, Laia.